Now that you have your parts modeled, we're going to go ahead and do an assembly to make sure all of our parts are featured correctly. We're going to insert, first off, open the bottom container, make sure you have no other tabs open. So to insert the bottom container, you're going to right click on the top, insert the top container into the bottom container. You're going to right click on the top container over here on the tab and open the bottom container. Make sure the bottom container is the only thing open, and you're going to right click here and select insert into current design, insert into current design. And it puts it in. And make sure that when you have these features right here, these arrows, that we can move it out. We're going to move it out, and we are going to go ahead and rotate it. So mine is, you can see it's kind of backwards, or it's facing, the opening is facing the same way as the opening here. So we're going to rotate it around 180 degrees. You can see right there, went 180 degrees, and now it's aligned. So I'm going to go ahead and select OK. The very next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect both these parts. So in order to inspect them, I'm just going to double check I did everything right. I'm going to select the inspect option. I'm going to come in here and just select the inside diameter here, and I have 2.605 here. And hopefully if I did this right, my other feature here is going to be just a little bit bigger. So selection 1 is 2.605 and selection 2 is 2.6. So 2.605 is a little bit bigger than 2.6. And this is feature 1, it says 1, and this is feature 2, so we can compare them right here. And therefore, this feature will fit over the top of this one, so we are in good shape. I'm going to close out of this and go into my assembly, and assembling is super easy. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a joint. I'm only going to do one feature, one constraint. Why am I only going to do one constraint? Well, this can rotate and move in and out on this. So the only two areas I'm going to select, I'm going to zoom in on this face here. I'm going to select that face. I'm going to go to my component 2. Sometimes it automatically does it for you, and select your component 2. Notice it says now one selection. There's no selection here. I'm going to zoom in right about here. So I'm going to select exactly where these two pieces can go. And it's going to spin it all the way around a few times, going in and out, to make sure there's no clearance issues. If it goes all together and there's no issues, you can go ahead. It should automatically set it to cylindrical on the z-axis. So the z-axis is now closed up, but it can rotate on the y and the x. We're going to select OK. It can rotate around the z, and it looks good. This is what it's going to look like when it's all closed up when we're finished with this. So it's a nice thing to do. It's always good idea to do an assembly to make sure that everything fits together nice and neat. And double check that you're inspect both the features. Now that you've done this, you need to save as. You cannot just exit out. You have to save as put your name, assembly of container, top and bottom. Select save, and your feature should be right about here. You have the top and bottom assembled, and now you're ready to start manufacturing your parts.